subscribe to our channel for latest video series on GATE, UGC, NET and more. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss an update on any latest video. For more information you can visit our website or call on the numbers below. Okay. Good evening people. So this question we get this question a lot very frequently from all our students, that how important is it to read books while you are preparing for an exam, how important is research means in-depth study of any topic important while you are preparing. See, I would like to answer this question in steps, although I start with your time span. Okay, if you have started preparation very early, in very early phase, suppose you started preparing for GATE in your college days itself, you've got a plenty of time, you've got plenty of resources, lot of energy also. So reading books or in-depth study of each topic is very nice. Okay, it is going to build up strong concepts. But see, if you have taken a drop after your college and you are preparing for GATE, you are preparing for some engineering service examination, I would not suggest you to read books in that phase. Why? Because see, in the end selection is all that matters, success is all that matters, how you got there does not matter. See, if there is a easy way to lead, easy way to follow to the same and leads to the same destination, and then there is one tough path, then if you choose the tough path out of your choice, it is not a very wise decision, right? It's okay, anyway there are a lot of difficulties that you have to face, a lot of hard work that you need to put in. Do not put extra efforts. See, all the teachers that teach you are going to tell you some reference books. That do not mean that they want you to follow all of them, read all of them, solve all of them. There are some tricks, some techniques that you can follow that are going to help you more than rather than studying the complete book. See, what you can do is, once you start studying a topic, say from video lectures, say from classroom coaching, whatever mode you are opting for, once you have gone through the complete topic, let's say there is one point that you did not understand, one topic that you could not get, right? Try first approach your friends, friends, colleagues, nearby people, whatever options are available. So first approach should be friends or acquaintances. Try to resolve it then and there itself. Okay, first priority. Suppose you could not get a solution from here also, right? You're still confused for this topic. Second approach can be try to solve questions from that topic. So this may sound ambiguous and vague, but see, questions also give you clarity about a topic. Only theory is not important, right? Once you've gone through the theory, you've gone through the lecture, questions add clarity to that topic. Okay, so try to solve some questions related to that topic. Try to see questions, try to see solutions of the question, maybe you will get clarity. If this does not work, approach your faculty or teacher. Okay, either you mail them, you approach them personally, whatever way you find suitable, approach your faculty. If none of them works, then you reach out to the reference book. But do not start reading it from the first page and try to complete the whole book. See, some people think we are very good at reading because they have a habit of reading novels, books, etc. Textbooks are entirely different. You cannot complete one textbook in one night, right? You cannot do that. So after all of this is done and you do not get success anywhere, then what do? You go to reference book. Then you refer this book. Okay, just open the chapter that you did not get, the topic that you did not get, you had problem with, go through that topic and done, right? Do not try to study it from 4 or 5 books. See, this one mistake that people generally do, students while preparation, they will try to refer a lot of books. See, purchasing books, referring books, very good habit. But do not try to study all the books completely. Like generally if I talk about electronics in particular, when you go through analog electronics is a big vast subject in itself. It's having different parts, okay. So teachers are going to refer you 2-3 books for different parts of that subject, okay. There are many books, Milman Halkias is there, then many books are there, and all of them are very good, very nice books, but you cannot read all of them, okay. It's going to take a lot of your time. If you have spare 2-3 years of your life for preparation, you can certainly do that, but I don't think that happens to anybody. See, there are going to be some topics that your faculty is not going to take in class, okay. They are not going to teach you, they are not going to give lectures on that topic. See, there is a reason why they did that, okay. Maybe those topics are not very important, they are not being asked very frequently, they do not have that much weightage in the examination, they have observed the pattern already. If they have left those topics, no need to go to books and study them in detail. See, of course, suppose you appeared in GATE once, you got a very good rank, now you are just giving GATE again to improve your rank, then all these practices are definitely going to help you, very helpful actually, okay. But suppose you are preparing for the first time, you've just studied these things for the first time, then focus on first things first, okay. What does first things first mean? First, try to complete your syllabus. If you have an habit of reading textbook, if you think you cannot actually learn unless you read textbook, what you can do is just allot time, okay. Suppose you have 8 subjects in GATE, okay, technical subjects other than maths, English and aptitude, you have 8 subjects in GATE and you started preparation in June, okay. So now you know that your exam is going to be in January, fine. So you have almost 5 to 6 months and you have 8 subjects to cover. Now there are going to be some subjects that you are good at, you are already good at, they are going to take less of your time, and there are subjects which are very small, they do not take a lot of your time, very numerical, so you can cover them very fast, fine. So you make an effective strategy, right. How much time am I going to allot to which subject? See, there cannot be a generalized strategy for this. One strategy cannot work for all the students, because each of you would have your individual favorite subjects, individual strong parts. Some of you might not like numerical subjects, some of you might hate theoretical subjects. So you form the strategy for yourself and work accordingly. Suppose you have allotted 1 month for analog electronics, right. Now, if you have allotted 1 month for analog electronics, you have completed your lectures, you have watched all the videos, you have done practicing all the questions, you certainly go for reading books, okay. You have left some parts were not covered in the videos, some parts have not been covered with the faculties. What you do, you open the books and read them yourself, that is a very good strategy. But you have allotted 1 week for a subject and you start reading book for that subject, that is not going to work, okay. See, research and learning is very important in life, but be very clear with your aim, be very particular with your aim, be focused, okay. Be very well aware that what you are aiming for, what are you preparing for. You are not right now, if you are in preparation phase, you are not learning phase, okay. You are not preparing to learn, you are preparing to succeed, to clear some exam, okay. So act wisely, act accordingly only, right. See, what people do is, when you are reading a book, what you will do is you read that book once, then you will underline important parts. Other time, when next time you want to revise, what do? You take out the book, then you read the underlined parts. See, that takes a lot of time. One practice that you can follow in place of that is forming your own notes, micro notes and mega notes. Now what are these mega notes and micro notes? See, whenever you are going through a lecture, okay, or maybe if you are studying in classroom, then whenever you are revising your class notes or watching a lecture, what do? You form 2 types of notes. What are they going to be? One are going to be mega notes. What do these mega notes cover? They cover definition, formula, okay, all the important formula, all the important definitions that you came across, maybe some diagrams, Okay, some, if you suppose you have some subjects like this, so logic diagrams, whatever you find important in any subjects, you cover here, definitions, formulas, diagrams, whatever, right. Now what are these micro notes? These micro notes do not cover even these things. What are they going to cover? They cover when you first practice GATE previous year questions, what mistakes you committed, what are the mistakes that are occurring again and again. Okay, so these are basically going to cover your mistakes. Why? Because see, these are the concepts you are weak in, you actually need to revise before going to the exam. These are things you need to see just an hour before the exam. These are the notes you are going to carry to your exam hall. Okay, so you write them in, you write in them your mistakes that you are doing again and again. Some things when you go through your notes 2-3 times, you know what you forget each and every time. There are going to be things that you already know. Before you flip the page, you know that on next page I have written this. There are going to be some things you cannot remember. Like I will give you an example. For me in network theory, there is a formula to transform Y network to delta and delta to Y. I could not remember that formula ever. Okay, so that would go in my micro notes, that I need to see just before I enter the exam hall. I cannot remember that formula. So there are things like that, there would be things like that for you also, that would go into your micro notes. So you can follow this practice. Okay, this helps a lot while preparation. But reading books or research, some students have habit of researching about a topic. Okay, they will go in a lot of depth about the topic. You tell them one word, you teach one concept, they will study everything about it. They will study all the research papers also that have been published related to that. See, that is not a very good habit while you are preparing. Even if you have completed all the syllabus, you are satisfied, I have completed all the questions also, syllabus also, I have studied everything, you go for that, very nice. But if you have not done that, just don't stop to read books or to do research on a topic. Okay, allocate time for each subject, and accordingly you prepare subjects, right. So I'd recommend that you do not go after reading all the books completely. One thing that can help you more is practice questions from reference books. See, whatever standard books teachers refer to you before taking on a subject, that book is actually of some standard author, some good author. So what happens is, whenever you are preparing for an exam, GATE exam, engineering service exam, maybe UGC NET also, there are questions directly from those books. They're giving questions directly from those standard books. See, GATE exam is prepared by IIT professors. Now they're teaching from those books, so sometimes they're going to give questions from that book itself. So what you can do is, rather than studying theory of the book, rather than going through the book completely, what you do is just practice the questions from every book. If you have time, try to solve questions of standard books. That is actually going to help you. Plus it covers the matter. See, they are giving questions from the theory only, right. They are given theory of about a topic. After that they are giving some questions related to it. So even if you have not studied the theory, once you try to practice and solve those questions, you can understand if you missed any concept. If there was something that was not told to you and is written in the book, you will get it once you try to solve the questions. So rather than studying from the books, reading the books, I would suggest that you try to solve the questions from the books. Okay, try to solve all the standard books, all the exercises, solved, unsolved examples, exercises, questions, everything from standard books. That is going to help you, that is actually going to help you, right. But for some subjects like aptitude, maths, do not follow any book. Why? Because see, the level of aptitude that they are asking in for GATE and engineering service especially is not very good. Okay, it's very low, very simple questions they are asking. If you try to follow any book of aptitude, it is going to be, it's going to have some good questions, which is actually wasting your time. So do not do that, right. So this is all I would say about this. If you have any other questions like this, you can just leave that in comments. We will try to cover the answers like this in another video. Thank you.